It is March 29th, and as an intraday stock options trader, I do a written review every day of my trade of the day. So here it is, NVDA, my trade of the day. So in the morning, we saw a pretty good gap up on all indices, and PM action just kept ripping it higher and higher. Me and Trader Sebi on the desk this morning were making the point that it's really challenging to find a trade in opens like this. So with that kept in mind, we were just trying to keep an open and flexible mind as to what opportunities there might have been this morning. So that brings us to NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I had eyes to break over this long-term correction and possibly make moves back towards this 190 or 295 level. So on the 3 minute, you can see that the rally in pre-market was extremely strong and left Nvidia sort of in an extended position over this 284 level. So this morning when Nvidia opened up, it chopped around and then showed some relative weakness compared to the overall market as the market began to break down, which signaled that this might be a short play instead of a long, like I was looking for initially. Now, the move over the PM high to 295 was the trade that I was possibly looking for, but the trade that ended up working out well was below 284 to 280. Now that's the TA. Let's jump into the play-by-play. As soon as we got the breakdown below the VWAP here, the convergence and the slope of these two indicators, the new lower low and close below the VWAP on this candle here basically signified that this was my trade. I was going to take it below 284 for this move to 280, but we got a nice little bounce off that 284 level, and on the very next candle we rallied all the way back up to 285, and then the tape began to slow dramatically and head back down, and then that's when I went long one at 943. We went all the way back down to this 284 level, pretty much 283.89, and I was thinking about re-adding down here for this move, but we never actually broke below it on that candle. On the next candle, we rallied back upwards, and then we just kind of hung out around this range between 284 and 285. On the next candle, I saw a accelerating tape and some stronger selling pressure, and it came up to test the 285.17, which was my initial stop for this 284 level. But as it tested it, I told myself to give the stock a little bit more room to breathe, and that's when I was more than likely going to be stopped out around 283 to 287.09. This was my stop area here, in which I was going to tell myself the trade was no longer working. At this moment here, whenever we broke down below the 284 and we started heading towards these PM lows, I was really watching for the slowing tape. As the tape began to slow as we hit 281.30, I was really looking for that extra dollar. That extra dollar would have made today an amazing day. It would have been a $4.50 move. But as the stock began to wick back, we hit that PM low of 281, 281.80, and I got out shortly after that. Now that was my trade of the day, how I actually played it. I'd like to say that part of my edge is I watch for a probable retest around the VWAP at 10 a.m., and that's what happened almost verbatim. This initial move right here, I would call the part one This move is part one of my edge, and then right here, this move, this would be part two, the bounce, the trampoline, so to speak, off the VWAP back through that 130 or 284 down to the 280, which I was initially expecting. I could have rinsed and repeated today's trade twice, and that's something to always keep in mind. Never start looking at other stocks, even though the stock you just traded yielded you a good trading opportunity. You know, we can always look for the opportunities that work out the best, our A plus opportunities, and trade them. Um, so, just keeping in mind that that part of our trade, the part two, worked out swimmingly, and that retest around 10 o'clock was beautiful. And that was my trade of the day. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Have a great day.